have to take note, yeah, it will be one of it is the counter trade, yeah, the counter trade concept. All right, and also another concept is looking into AI technology, the artificial intelligence technology. That some of you will be thinking that, oh my goodness, what is this? All right, two concept that is so that is so recent, and so that is quite what they call quite big, yeah, especially on the AI technologies and so on. That, yeah, but nevertheless, yeah, all right, class, not to worry, because the whole concept over here, it is not for you to know very detail of it. Then, all right, you only need to understand the concept. All right, once you understand the concept, all you have to do is you just need to apply that particular concept. That's all. Yeah, all right, based on your understanding, based on the way that how the how you are able to connect, okay, into the international marketing management concept. Okay, that's all. Yeah, no need to go into too much of well, you can do a lot of reading, definitely. Yeah, I totally understand. I totally understand that the way that why this assignment is being created. All right, as such, whereby we have to know there is a lot of things that actually changes. All right, so we definitely would want to make. You have to see probably this kind of change, how are you going to adapt to this kind of change? Okay, all right. Okay, so there you are. Now, so over here on the international marketing management, well, this one, okay, honestly, this will be much easier than what you all have seen as compared to the previous marketing management. All right, this one you only need to write your assignment. All right. No need, there is no part 2 whereby you have to do your PowerPoint slides and so on. Not necessary. Yeah, you only need to do, you complete your 3,000 words report. That's it. Done. Okay, so it will be much easier and so on. Then, all right. Okay. Okay. Now, class, anything that you are unsure, I know you can always stop me, all right? Then I will be able to explain, okay? Now, one assignment, 2 parts, yeah? All right, one assignment, 2 parts. But this part itself, one individual assignment, 3,000 words, maximum of 2 parts. So, class, you will have to ensure that it's 1,005 words each part. Yeah, so there will be issue 1, issue 2. So you have to try to balance that. All right. Maybe one concept you have a little bit more to write is okay, but as long as the flow is there. All right. This assignment will be marked according to the criteria on page 6. Yeah. Wow, this is 10 credit hours. No, sorry. Credit value of 10. Yeah. So just one part. Yeah. So the description. Assuming the role of an international marketing consultant to a client in Malaysia, public listed company of your choice, which is considered expanding into the international market. Yeah. So what happened is this organization itself would like to expand into the international market. Now, there's always a question on this type of assignment itself, right? Should the company already entered the market, all right, or is planning to enter the market? That would be one thing, yeah? So what happened is, we would hope that, the company is planning to go. The company have not gone into that country yet. Or maybe the company itself may have thought of going into the market, already in the market, but certain product itself have not entered that country yet. Yes, this is possible. Yeah, all right. So what happened is you need to look into the considerations of why you choose that particular country. All right. So the country selection is important. Yeah. So you are advised to consult your lecturers on your choice. No need to consult me. 160 over by the time I consult. No need. Yeah. As long as the company is existing, public listed is fine. Okay? Alright, now prepare a report. Okay? In the context of the chosen company, examine and discuss the advantages and the disadvantages of expanding into global market by applying the counter trade concept. Yeah, all right. So what happened is, yeah, they are not only you look into what is the advantages or disadvantages of expanding into the country. You may also want to look into probably one of the ways of considering that particular country selection. They would like to apply what we call a counter trade concept. Yeah, all right. So what is a counter trade concept? Yeah, so that's something that we will have to look into. Anyone, you can share with me what do you mean by this counter trade concept? Anyone? You have done your research? Anyone?
Barter trade.
Barter trade? Yeah. Okay, someone actually mentioned about barter trading. Yes. Yeah, compensation trade, very good. Yes, some of you actually mentioned about compensation trade. Yep, good. All right. Okay. There's a lot more. Huh? There's a lot more than. So, yes, counter purchase, buyback, very good tool. Yeah, offset, amazing. Yeah, those of you have written, yes, that is. So, counter trade there's so many different types. Yeah. So, which will be the best? Or which would be that option? Okay, so whichever type of counter trade that any one of you have actually selected, all right, all you have to do is you will need to discuss what is the advantages and disadvantages of that method. Class can understand or not? Can? Any questions?
Yes.
So far okay, yeah? Very good. Yeah. So what happened is you select one. Yeah, you select one. Okay. All right. You select one of them. All right. Select one of them, and then maybe you mention about what this is the advantages of having this method. Yeah, and definitely there will be disadvantage. But the problem, the thing is, you as a consultant, if you have mentioned that method, yeah, well, the advantages definitely has to be. There will be a wider coverage now. Disadvantages, you can also mention that, yeah, but you may also like to also mention, all right, maybe there will be certain ways for you to, what we call, overcome it. Yeah, so things like that. Okay, all right, good. Yeah, I can see that, what do you call, you all have actually done your research now. Fantastic. Yeah, all right, so.
Doctor, can I ask a question? Can we explain briefly about few counter trade concepts, then going to narrow it down to one particular concept and discuss it in terms of the company and product?
Possible if you want to define several concepts then, but remember you only have 1,005 words. Yeah, if you were to discuss based on the concept is fine, but the thing is that if possible, the 1,005 words itself go into the details of whichever that you have selected. That would be much better. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome. Yeah.
Doctor,
And yeah,
what is
yeah.
the popular counter trade currently that we know of?
I can't say popular because there are many
Most of it in use, I mean.
many types. Later on, in my lectures, I will share with you a few types. Yeah, there's more of a popular one. Is that okay?
Thanks. Sure.
No problem. No
Yeah.
problem.
Dr. Vincent.
Yep.
Yeah. Hang on. Firstly, after you have chosen the company, do you write that advantages and disadvantages of why you were going to that country?
Definitely. That one you have to convince the what do you call the client first to say that wait, why you want to go there. The justification must be there.
So it means that the advantages and disadvantages, there is a two advantages subtitle that we need to write. One is why to enter the country. Then you elaborated the 5 concepts of counter trade. Then you select one. Then you write another one, advantages and disadvantages in selecting that method of counter trade.
That is also possible. Yeah. So what happened is you can start off to be something like that. First you mentioned about the background of the organization, just a bit because we need to know. Then eventually you will say that okay, we would like to enter this particular country. Then you justify why you would like to expand to that country. So the justifications must be there, okay. Alright, so the why would be the benefit, the advantages of why you actually select that country then. Okay, maybe there would be certain advantages and so on then, right? So what happened to certain points that now what happened is now straight away, if you like, maybe some of you say that, sir, I would like to share a few concepts of counter trade. Okay, you can mention a few of it then. However, then you can say that based on your evaluation, all right, based on your evaluation, you will say that the best option will be counter trade A or counter trade B or something. I do not know which one. Yeah. So the moment you select that one, straight away you mention about the advantages and also the disadvantages. Is that okay? It is applicable.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Can we discuss the counter trade part? And not applicable. Oh, okay. Some of you may say that it may not be that particular product and so on may not be applicable. Now, if it's not applicable, then no point for you to write this particular report. Yeah, all right. It is better for you to actually, when you write this report, there must be something that's convincing. If you know that end of the day there's no advantages or whatever it is, then the report will not have any value. Norman, okay?
Dr. Vincent,
Sure.
in applying this counter trading concept, I think it's more. It's more logical if we have a company from that particular country, then we try to weighing this concept between our company and that company. So that is that necessary?
That would
Because it will be like you are talking conceptual if you do not do that.
True. Definitely there will be one that you would like to propose. Surely there must be something that you will, certain party from the other side would also will agreeable on this counter trade. Definitely that will be something that you should think about. Otherwise it will be very conceptual. It's just that, okay, I just want to do counter trade. Who's going to do it with you? Correct or not?
Alright.
Hello, Dr. Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Nusha here. Okay, I just have a question regarding, there will be a part on recommendation and suggestion, right? So, like after you have done the disadvantages and advantages of the counter trade that you have chosen, and then you realize that there is also another method that could best fit the company that you have chosen. So can you propose that method at your recommendation part, or you still have to proceed with the chosen one?
Oh no, you can propose. That's a good choice.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Doctor.
Any other questions?
Doctor?
Okay, yes.
Doctor, just want to ask because for this selection of the public listed company, previously in the class itself, Dr. Anand said that we can only select the country that public listed company never entered before. So just now you mentioned also there is an alternative that if the company already entered that particular company, particular country, but then one of the products haven't launched in that country, we still can use, right?
Yeah, true. Because
previously you said totally new country without anything, but now you are saying that there's another alternative that probably enter the country, but then maybe one or two of the product haven't launched in that particular country. So there's another choice for us.
True. That's another choice. You see, what happened is, I know in the past we used to be agreeable on the sense that we have not entered the country at all. That would be definitely, But the thing is, some of them, they already entered the country, all right? But what happened is, certain product that they feel it will be, because sometimes they have actually produced a certain product itself or services, that they feel that there is a potential, all right? There is a potential in that particular country so why not we expand into that country? So that would be a choice. That would be a choice.
Okay. So thank you. So in this case, 1,500 for both parts. So if let's say we include like do we need the executive summary for this particular report? Because as a consultant, previously we need to also write the executive summary.
Correct. It's good to have it because executive summary is not considered
under the word counts. But the company background is in the word counts, right?
Yeah, definitely. You have to mention because otherwise the examiner and this wouldn't know what is going on. Yeah, they won't have to.
So that's mean this 3,000 words is the maximum already, no longer plus minus 10%.
Yeah,
it's already maximum already.
You can add on maybe the plus and minus 10%. All right, plus extra 3,000 plus, but plus 10%.
Previously they do say accept plus minus, but this one they didn't put. They still say maximum is 3,000 just to ensure. Still apply to this one.
Still apply. Yeah. The only thing is class students, all right. I know some of you are very hardworking. All right. I have we have discussed about our academic. I know some of you very hardworking. Then you can write up to 4,500, 5,000 words and so on. Class, not worth it to write so much. 3,000 plus and minus 10%, it is recommended. If you overdo it, the external examiner, they're very strict, all right. So once they see the word count exceed, all right, over exceed, then they will relook back at the grades and so on. Then so don't take any chance. Don't take any chance.
Okay. Because previous research methodology is maximum 3,000, but I asked Dr. Tom said do not exceed 3,000. So in that case, it cannot exceed. So I want to double confirm that.
This one can.
This one can.
Plus and minus 10% normally is acceptable.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Yeah, sure. Okay, all right. Any other issue? Only issue 1. We haven't touched issue 2 yet. Okay, all right. Let's move on. All right. Now, issue number 2. Now, issue number 2 is very wide. Examine and discuss how your chosen marketing firm can make strategic use of artificial intelligence technologies, okay, when marketing your product or services to the customers of your chosen market. Now, here we are looking into technologies, especially you can look into maybe artificial intelligence technologies that's involved in a very in what I can see from here. The scope of coverage will be how AI is able to benefit. Okay, AI technology is able to benefit marketers or even the sales, or probably to expand the market growth. All right. So there are books that relates to all this. Yeah, and you can also see that there are many organizations itself. They are moving into this direction. Yeah, moving into this direction. So therefore, you may want to look at the way that how maybe to market it, using technology to your advantage. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, so you are advised to consider the following point. So for issue number 1, students should answer in the context of their chosen organization. Yes, you need to explain and discuss the principle of counter trading. Yeah. Appreciate critical discussion of the counter trading has become an increasing important as a way of carrying out international marketing transactions. Students should examine and critically discuss the fact that this is particularly so in the case of any Malaysian organization doing business with developing countries such as like India, Bangladesh, and even others. Students should also demonstrate an appreciation that the firm need to take proactive stance, okay, to the counter trading instead of purely reactive stance. After all, counter trade account for up to 30% of all international trading. So there's no excuse to say that we cannot find the concepts like that. All right, up to 30% is considered pretty a lot. Yeah, all right. So you can, if you look at organization itself, there are many organizations are using this method then. Yeah. Now, then students should also answer. Okay, for issue number 2, in the context of the chosen firms, critically discuss the fact that the IoT, Internet of Things, and the related technology such as mobile technology, firms, whatever their size, are becoming in international marketing firms. Students should also appreciate and discuss the fact that not all internet marketing activities involve purchase facilities. Some is just merely communication. So you can actually use the point of merely communication. This might also be relevant in developing countries where internet might be available. All right, libraries, colleges, but many people do not possess credit card or even transactions then. Yeah, although internet is available. Now you may also see to the way that the country itself that you have selected. Yeah, if they have reasonably internet technology coverage.
Put there.
Here, I'll show you where here.
That would be good. Yeah, that would be good. All right. So you may want to look into the country that has somehow certain good internet connectivity lah. Yeah. So that should also explain and critically discuss in the developing countries where many people will not have the internet, and if they do not have even credit card to facilitate the transaction, they should be aware that many developing countries may never have even telephone call All right, if that's the case, then it will be pretty challenging. Even talking about internet itself. All right, if you say that your internet there's not even coverage, how are you going to apply your AI technology then? All right, so things like that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Actually, for this one, they have plus and minus 10%. Yeah. All right. So we normally have that. Okay. So basically, this is it. All right. Any questions so far?
Dr. Vincent, sorry
Yeah.
again. Another question is that how do we explain the context of proactive stance in counter trading actually? Yeah, because there was a statement provided that you need to choose a proactive stance rather than reactive stance. So how do we explain that concept?
Okay, you see, it is not just a matter of just explaining the concept. And over here, it is more into like you take this kind of proactive stance over here means that you are looking into the opportunity. You know that there's a gap there, so you take the proactive measure, action to start that, to take that particular action to look into that opportunities and so on there. Yeah.
Do we support this with any framework like PESTEL analysis or SWOT?
Yes, if you have certain conceptual framework, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
Okay.
Doctor.
Okay, sure. Okay, all right. So now this is the two key concept. This is the two major concept that you probably have to go through. Yeah. This is the.
Doctor, sorry.
Yeah.
Just on the issue one, we already mentioned we need to choose one company, then we propose a report to show them to expand their business to international market, correct, right? So the second issue is we need to choose another marketing firm to export. The second issue, the firm we choose is different than issue one.
No. If you would like to have it the same,
Having
because it will be the same.
Okay.
It will be the same. Yeah. If you put two means that there will be two different plan already. So we want to have it like one whole plan itself. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, class, you all can or not? This one, so far okay. Honestly.
Hi, Doctor.
Yes.
Doctor, just to confirm with you, right? Now, the country which we choose, right? Do we have to particularly know which is the product which we want to use into the counter trade to explain on the product as well?
What do you mean?
Okay, example, keep it if I'm choosing Mami from Malaysia. Right? Now, I'm choosing a country, keep it like Bangladesh. All right. So I'm using counter trade system to trading into the company, right? To export. All right. Now, according to counter trade, it's something like butter concept. All right. So do we need to know what are the product we are going to bring into Malaysia from that particular company we are talking about in Bangladesh?
Yes, that one. Because when you do counter trade, they may take your product. You may also take something. You may also take something from them. But it's not just merely product. There will be more than just product. Sometimes they can say that you need to buy something from me, right? Or maybe I have to buy something from you. It doesn't mean that it just have to be product or services. It doesn't. So even then, sometimes they say that, okay, in return, then you have to invest something over in our country, something like that. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So there must be something that you need to know. You need to say that, okay, maybe we can actually take something from you too. That is also okay, right? Okay.
All right. Thank you, Doctor.
Sure. Okay.
Does it have to be a genuine company in Bangladesh?
Better to have.
Or just a created company?
No. You cannot create any company. You can't do that. You can't make company. No. You can't. No. Right. No. Plus, it has to be some company over there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. That's welcome.
Yeah, Doctor, I have one question here. Just to clarify on which company to choose. In the beginning of assignment, it says we can choose any Malaysia public listed company that is not available in our target country. Yeah, and in issue number 2, it says you chosen marketing firm. So does it mean that we have to choose a Malaysia public listed company which is from a marketing industry?
No, 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 no. It is more in when it says the marketing firm means that the scope of coverage is more into marketing from that public listed company. So the scope will be more into the marketing. We need to look into more on the details in marketing side, the scope to coverage in the marketing.
Okay. I see. So when they say chosen your marketing firm, so are they referring to a company that we chosen in issue number 1, and then we are talking about the marketing aspect of that firm?
Yes, marketing aspect of the firm. Correct. That's right.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, most welcome. Okay, now for let me get you all to look into international marketing management. Then, right? Like what I said. Marketing management and international marketing management, there's a lot of overlapping. Yeah, there's a lot of overlapping there. However, all right, there's a few emphases that we need to look into. Yeah, so therefore over here, if you were to look into the global marketing environment, first of all, we always look into the introduction of global market. All right, so why tapping into the global market? So before we can even talk about global market itself, things like understanding the economic environment, the trade environment, political, legal, social, and cultural environment. That's very important, class. Yeah. So in your discussion, all right, when you mention about a certain country, yeah, understanding of their political, legal, social, cultural, economic, or even trade environment itself, all this is very important. Yeah. So therefore, it is good that when you propose that particular country, some discussion on that country may be good. Yeah, all right. Okay, some of the ideas and your analysis of that country that would be good then, right?
Doctor, one question. While we're discussing this slide, can we use pastel because I think it covers the whole.
Fine. Right. You can just use pastel. You can. If some of you says that you have a lot of things to write, but you just want to have some of your key points and so on, then maybe you can draw the pastel table, the point, and then you put in, then you just discuss. Yeah, no need to put plus if possible. Again, class, I'm going to stress over here, don't put in point form. Okay, avoid point form. Yeah, you may have a lot of points. You may have 10 points. You put everything one point form. No, not good enough. You have 10 points, concentrate on 2 or 3 points you write in detail, that would be good. Yeah, you may not want to cover to say that, I want to cover economic trade, no need. You only mention a few key major points, because class, remember, you only have a limited number of words, correct or not? Yeah, so if possible, the coverage goes into something that is more relevant into your market. Okay, all right. So this is the concept, the first concept. You need to understand the environment first. Now, after understanding the environment, what else you need to know? How are you going to approach this market? Before you can enter the market, you conduct market research. Correct or not? Yeah. The next thing in marketing, this one you cannot go wrong. You may have the most brilliant marketing plan, but if your segment is wrong, your target is wrong, your positioning is wrong, everything all wrong. Okay, now this one important. You make sure class, this one cannot go wrong. Yeah, okay, all right. Now then, after conducting your research, after knowing who you are going to target, what else you need to know? You need to know that how are you going to enter the market. All right, so here sometimes we call it the mode of entry. You don't have confidence. You are not sure whether your product will be there. All right, will be successful and so on. Then maybe you export, maybe you import. Example, yeah. All right. Then you need to know, yeah, your strategy will it be licensing? Are you going into FDI, example? Are you going into maybe looking into strategic alliance? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Having counter trade, example. Have a good strategic alliance with them. That would be good. Yeah. Now then, after knowing your approach, what else you need to know? Considerations of your 4Ps. Your branding, your product decision, okay? Your pricing. You need to ensure that your pricing itself you will provide good value, all right? People can afford, example, yeah, all right? Where would be the best channel of distribution? Yeah, all right? Can it be physical distribution? Can it be online? I don't know. Yeah? How are you going to communicate with them? Marketing communication. So that is on the marketing. Okay? And lastly, when you go into a market itself, you need to ensure the strategy. How are you going to gain competitive advantage? AI will come. Technology. You have the technology. The technology itself is one of your key competitive advantage that you hold on, that you have. Yeah, in order for you to be more superior compared to other players. Yeah, leadership. Okay, example, who leads the organization? This is also very important. Yeah, all right, the organization itself, the way how they run and so on, because different people, different culture, they run the organization differently. Yeah, I'm sure some of you have worked with people. You have organization from foreign multinational organization itself. The way that they run is very different. I reckon the way that they manage is also very different. Yeah, so the leadership. Yeah, so therefore, the whole concept of international marketing, generally we will cover all this. Yeah. So for everyone, all right? Can?
Doctor, sorry to disturb. May I know all this evaluation of the country, mode of entry, SPP, and the strategy thing we can cover under the general before entering into task 1 and 2, is it?
No, I'm just giving you the scope of what international marketing. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So for you to understand, otherwise you will learn about international marketing, and then straight away you go. No. So I give you a big picture to see some of the
It's not a
international.
must to include everything.
No. It's not a must. Then after that, then you go into the details. Okay. All right. Don't worry. Thanks. Okay. Now, the structure. Yeah. So as usual, class I only prepared a structure for you all lah. Yeah. Alright, so definitely a report to, report from, a proposal to enter, the proposal of international marketing expansion. Alright, definitely then you have to give a very short understanding of the introduction. Yes, immediately after you discuss about your background of your organization itself, yes, I think it is very important for you to discuss. Why is it time for you to enter this market? is this the right timing? Plus, timing is important. Plus, is timing important when you do business?
Yes.
Definitely. Why is it now? Why not later? Okay? Alright? So deciding which market to enter. Alright? So the emerging and developing market itself, there is opportunity where you can employ. Yeah? That you can employ. Why the timing is right now? Go and check. Class, is there any agreement that is being signed between both countries that may have where the agreement itself encourage both parties, okay, from two different countries itself, that they encourage, the government actually encourage both business itself to be to have a trade. Oh, okay, then why not? All right. So that probably there is a trade agreement. You don't know. Yeah, or maybe there is some MOU that is being signed and so on. Okay. Yeah. Now then, eventually, yes, definitely the advantages and disadvantages of counter trade. You can actually discuss. Yeah. All right. Plus, this one is only a suggestion. Yeah. Okay. It is not necessary that you have to follow. Says, oh, this one you just follow exactly. No. Yeah. I'm just giving you as a guide. Okay, as a guide. Therefore, you can have your own way of writing and so on. It's all your choice. Okay. All right. Now, then the second part of it. Yes, strategic use of AI technology. Yeah, I know some of you are already into this kind of, big data and so on. Yeah, that will give you an advantage, yeah, when marketing your product or even services to customers in your chosen market. All right, how the technology will help. Okay, so two parts. All right, so hopefully, this part you have 1005, the earlier part you also have 1005. Yeah? Okay, yes, anything? I see. Now the company will...
very quick question.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, you're showing us the structure format, right? Will you be sharing this to our student portal?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much. That's the golden question I have. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Yeah, plus I prepared 138 slides here. Yeah, I will give it to you all. Yeah, all right. But because I always every now and then I tend to not happy with my slide, change here and there. So that's why I wouldn't dare to give until when I complete the whole thing. Yeah, so don't worry, I'll pass the ego.
Right? We saw the report to report from format because we use that in marketing and strategy.
Can, because can also, you can use this one.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Wait,
Hello,
sir.
doctor.
Yes.
This is Jay. How are you, doctor?
Okay. Hey, fine. Thank you, Jay. Yeah.
Okay, listen, I have one question here, especially the strategic use of AI technology, right? So the point of this assignment is to look at how counter trade actually impacts from business perspective. That means from a company, how it impacts and the timing at now. So how will we be using the AI portion over here? So are we looking at how big data influences the strategy of movement towards the business, towards the country, or are we looking at big data in terms of the distribution? Are we looking at how we're going to use AI technology in terms of understanding customer portfolio of that particular country and all that? So in what angle do you think that, why I'm asking you this question is because mostly counter trades are here, are mostly a commodity data, right? The commodity products. So for example, Malaysia is very prone in terms of palm oil, very prone in terms of crude oil and all that, towards another country. So how would this AI technology would actually help us in terms of this assignment?
Okay, if you look at it over here, it can come into the way that how you go to market. All right, maybe understanding of your customers' example. Yeah, because from here you will be able to definitely by using this itself, how are you going to maybe not only understanding customers, how are you going to help in the way that how you're going to operate your business? Okay, how do you ensure that the efficiency, your efficiency of your operations and so on and so forth. Okay. All right,
so,
Jay.
Yes, Doctor. So it means to say that we'll be using AI to look at in terms of how well we manage in terms of the positioning of customer, and then we look at the distribution and how it impacts the 4P and so forth.
Definitely.
All right. So how about in terms of you was talking about the timing, right? So how would we need to relate the timing as part of the AI class conclusion? So for example, we are the part of, because as a recommendation from a consultant point of view, there will be definitely a conclusion that we need to add in, right? So how just from your suggestion, how do we use these two tools from a conclusion point of view? Just to tweak your mind.
Okay, all right. So for the timing side, it doesn't mean that it has to go into the recommendation. The timing here is that's why I put it at the very early stage. Yeah? The very early stage. That's why I would think it would be good, yeah. The timing itself, it says that why this would be the right timing to enter the country. Yeah, all right. Maybe there is a great potential of it then. I totally agree. Some of you say that now COVID, it may not be the good timing and so on there. Yeah, but depending on what type of product and services. Yeah, all right. So the timing over here means that you remember, class, when there is a crisis, there's always an opportunity. Correct or not? I'm sure you have heard of this. Yeah. So why the timing is right? Why you need to enter that market? Now that would be something that you probably can justify. Yeah. All right. Jay. Okay.
Thanks, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Okay. Right. Why not I go through that one? I go through the whole thing, and then after that, I think you'll be able to see how I eventually link the ideas all together and so on. Then you can probably see the flow. All right.
Yeah, that'd be a very good thing.
Okay. Good. Honestly, this assignment is not easy. I can say this assignment is not easy. All right. Maybe for some of you, you'll be thinking like, wow, this is tough, right? But honestly, this is not so easy as well. Not as straightforward. Okay. Right. Okay. Now, so first of all, yes, I will always encourage all of you to state over here that to decide which market to enter. Right. So here, maybe when you say that to decide which market to enter, you may want to look into company should try to define the international one. What's your objective? Okay, what are the policies that's involved? Well, is it worth it to enter now? The volume of the market itself, then, right? Probably yes. Maybe example where you can also see how many countries that you would like to market. But over here, you only mention just one country will do. Yeah? Then you also need to decide on what type of country to enter. Is it developing countries or developed countries? Yeah? Country attractiveness. Yes. The discussions on the attractiveness probably on the geographical factors, your product. Yeah, we talk about the income, the population, the political climate, and maybe any other consideration. So when a company decide to enter a market, they may consider a lot of factors. All right, why that particular country? Yeah, all right, why is it so attractive at this point of time? Right. Now, so there will be what we call the driving force. That's why in class I mentioned, yeah. Could there be any economic agreement? All right. Any coverage of the market needs and the want? Technology advancement. Yeah. Pressure to cut costs. Yeah. All right. Pressure to improve the quality. communication? Do they have the transportation technology? All right. Are they taking advantage of the economic growth? All right. However, there is also certain restraining force. Yeah. We talk about culture. All right. We can also mention about the national control or even oppositions to globalization. Yeah. So all these will be some of the key drivers. All right. That certain organization itself would like to go into the country. Yeah. Now there are some terms normally when we study international marketing itself, we have this centric, regional centric, polycentric, geocentric. Yeah, this one is just concept, right? Now let's move on to look into what we call the counter trade. The counter trade. Yeah. Now, before you can even talk about counter trade, ask yourself, why this trading? Why there's a trade on it? And the world trade example, based on the Asian perspective, what are the competitive advantage of the nations? What do they have that we need? All right, or what are the things that we have that they probably need? Yeah. Now, what are the also trends that also influence the global market? Economic protectionism, the rise of the economic integration. All right, global competition. Yeah. All right, the counter trade itself. Maybe you do business itself instead of you paying. Yeah, you choose to have this counter trade itself. All right, because of competition factors. All right, global companies are not competing not only in their country, they also compete in other countries. Then, yeah, the emergence of the network global market space. Okay, the technology that is involved. So therefore, over here, under the global trade environment, okay, now let's see it then. Yeah, okay, based on what we understand now, the world trade flow reflect interdependence within industry. All right, countries and even region. No one country can be on their own then. All right, probably China may replace US as the biggest country measured by trade. That's what you think. Any possibility? Or probably is already there. Yeah, very close to it then. Yeah, Asia may overtake Western Europe as the largest region measured by trade. Okay, so you can see the changes in the environment, the changes in the way that how trading has been done. Yeah. US, plus take note, US, China, Japan, Western Europe, and Canada account for 2/3 of the world trade in manufacturing, product, and even commodities. Yeah, China, the world leading exporters, followed by US and Germany. All these countries are well ahead of other countries in their import and export. Yeah, import and export is definitely part of the economic flow. All right, we also have this what we call trade feedback, means that import affects export and vice versa. 10 to 15% of the world trade, just now we mentioned about even up to 30% involve counter trade, where the practice of using barter system. So class, if you look into within countries, they also do this. Between Russia and even Asian countries. Let's see here. Counter trade. Volvo of North America deliver their automobile to Siberian police force, with Siberian having no cash to pay. Okay, so you want my car, you have no money to pay, then how? Can we accept payment in oil, which is then sold for cash to pay for the media advertising in US. We say, okay, all right. You give us the finished product, we give you raw, we pay with oil. Yeah, when you the oil itself, you go and sell, you get your money, you do for your own advertising. Can. This is also one part of the counter trade. Yeah.
Doctor, just want to check with you. Is it something like similar like a government? For example, like Malaysia bought fighter jet in Russia. So in of cash, so they're giving some like petroleum, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Because I get from you something, you give me something. This kind of system can.
So like you scratch mine, like I scratch yours.
Sorry, what is it? Sorry.
No. It's like a work per work. Like I scratch yours, you scratch mine. So you pay something, then I give you something like that.
Yeah. Okay, right? Can any others so far, right? Can, Okay, now then, well, China is the world's second largest economy in terms of GDP, which is the monetary value of all goods and services produced in one country. Well, US considered one of the largest. Other than that, we also talk about like Japan, India, South Korea, and even Indonesia. Now, why in the first place, plus if you look into certain firms itself, why they choose to go into the international market? Firms that stay at home to play it safe might not only lose their chances to enter other market, but also risk losing their home market. If they choose not to go, what is going to happen? Other players will come. Yeah. So sometimes they say that would be the best choice, that we better go to the market. Yeah. Now you need to understand there's a term, there are terms when we talk about global firm. When we talk about global firm, is one that by operating in more than one country. Global company sees the world as one market. Now you see, I'm sure class, any one of you class, you have seen this brand before. Otis. Yeah. The elevator, the door. Class, probably some of you have seen. All right. The door come from France. The gear parts, Spain. Electronic, Germany. Motor from Japan. Manufacturer in US, Europe, and even Asia. Alright? Different places, they manufacture different things there. Yeah? Why is it like that, class? Why do you think that they wanted to have different places they manufacture different parts there? Why is it so?
Different costs and quality.
Good. Costing. Yeah, or probably they have the materials, they have the resources, correct or not? Yes. Yeah. All right. And also probably the expertise that they have. Yeah, they are good in that. Why not? That would be the best choice. Yeah.
Is it something like Airbus? Because certain parts like wings, they made it in Germany, and like a body made it in Britain, and everything is being assembled in France itself, in Toulouse.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, because they do different parts, and then the whole thing they assemble in one country. That would be good. Yeah. Alright, because over like what you all said. Yeah. Different parts itself, maybe they have their kind of expertise, the cost of producing it. Yeah, the quality, maybe we can even talk about the resources, the raw materials are there. All right, so that would be the best choice to actually make the product over there. Yeah. Boeing aircraft wings sections manufactured in China. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. Right. Okay. Protectionism is also a practice of shielding one or more industry within a country economics from foreign competition through the use of tariff or even quota. Yeah? Yes, well, the quota, it can come into like the limit, the outsource of the jobs. Now, certain countries, class, they are very particular. Yeah, outsource of the jobs itself, everything has to be done in their country. Yeah, we talk about to protect the nation's political securities, and also to discourage economic dependence on other countries, because everything has to be done here in their own country, and encourage development of domestic industries, right? So this is the concept. Yeah. Now, trend number 2, the rise in the economic integration. There you see, class. That's right, class. The country of your choice that you select. Yeah. I know with the organizations over there that you would like to do counter trade then. So is there any agreement that is being signed? If they do have certain agreement, please highlight the agreement. Okay, example that they have this European Union, NAFTA, all right, Asian trade, free trade agreement, and so on and so forth. Then, yeah. New realities of the global competition. Now, when we talk about global competition, then today, competition is not only in your country. Let's just look into like Coke and Pepsi. Coke and Pepsi do not only compete in US. Yeah. Even in Malaysia, in the whole world itself, they are competing with each other. P&G, Pampers, and Kimberly Club. Okay, Huggies. They are not only competing in their country, all the world itself. And so that is the next trend. Yeah. Now, another concept that I like to bring in. Just now, class, we talked about global firm. Now I talk about international firm. Now, when we talk about international firm, the concept is same concept. Yeah, same concept based on the home country. So international firm engage in trade and marketing in different countries as an extension of their marketing strategy in their home country. So the whole concept based on their home country. That is based on what we call the international firms. Yeah. Now another one, when we say multinational firm, different. International firm is different. Multinational firm, whereby they view the world as consisting of unique parts and market. So therefore, they have different advertising, different packaging, different formula. Okay, this is considered multinational firm. You need to take note of these terms. Yeah, we cannot say global, international, multinational. All same. No, they are different. Yeah. Now, trend number 4. Yes, we talk about technology, e-commerce technology, buying and selling anywhere, anytime. Yeah, companies has been capitalizing on multi-country language website to customize their content and to also communicate based on different languages and so on. Yeah, all right. Okay, now this is where just now class I asked you all counter trade. Some of you have already given me some of the terms, and now we go into the details. Now, which counter trade type that you think it will be the most appropriate? Right? Counter trade. Many exporters has been forced to finance international transaction by taking full or partial payment in some form other than money. So let's say example, if you don't need to also look into like I said, instead of me paying you full, just money itself, maybe I can give you some money, maybe certain parts I can go into counter trade. So can you write on that? Can. Okay, so that just like here what I said, that it can be full, it can be partial payment. Yeah, all right. Now, a number of alternative finance methods known as counter trade has been widely used. Counter trade flourish when hard currency is consumed. Yeah? The single most important driving force behind counter trade was the decreasing ability of developing countries to finance import through bank loan. They are not capable. So they need the product, but they don't have the money. So they said, well, this is the product that we have. Why not we go for counter trade? That is the main driving force, yeah, especially for developing countries. Several conditions affected the probability that some form of counter trade. Number one, the priority attached to the import. Number two, the value of the transaction. The higher the value, the greater the likelihood that counter trade will be involved. Yeah, all right. And the third one, the availability of product from other suppliers. If a company is a sole supplier of a differentiated product, it can demand monetary payment. Yeah, all right. But certain times there's so many other suppliers also doing the same thing. Yeah, all right. So you may want to have an option. Look here. All right, we can do a counter trade. Yeah, I'm giving you the product. You don't need to pay me. You don't need to pay me money. All right, but the product that I want to do counter trade with you is of the same value. The company will be happy. Plus, especially at this point of time, they have cash, but they may have short of cash. Yeah, do you know that this is the best time counter trade can be done? I'm not sure whether you all agree with me then. Class, you know that this is the best time when counter trade can be done. No money, not say no money, short of cash. Yeah, but I have product. You also have product. Correct or not? That's why, class, the timing is this is the best timing. This is the time you negotiate. I remember, class, year 2000. Yeah, I closed the deal. Class, the time I was much younger. Yeah, at the time of I think year 2000 crisis. The main business that my company do, class, is counter trade. We do the barter system. Plus, I close to 500,000 that time, that time. Plus, do you know that during the crisis at this point of time, that's why just now I mentioned, plus, when there is a crisis, there is always an opportunity. Counter trade is one of the time that you should look into. This is one of the options. They are short of cash, but they have a lot of resources. You also have a lot of resources. You also short of cash. Hey, look here. Why not we counter trade? Counter trade vaccine. Boleh ke? Maybe, class, the vaccine that we are getting now probably is a counter trade. I don't know, right? It was not publicized. We don't know. That could be a counter trade or no. Yeah. All right. Okay. So this is the time. Yeah. All right. So therefore, over here now, one of it we talk about barter system. Yeah. So fast. So the barter system. Yeah. So the barter system, it falls into one category. The mixed form of counter trade that include counter purchase, offset, that's what you mentioned, compensation trading, and switch trading. Because I already given you all 1, 2, 3, 4 different types. Class, choose. Maybe you all have any others. You ask me, so which one is the best? You can choose any one of this. Yeah? There is no right or wrong. Students, there's no right or wrong. Don't worry. As long as you believe in one of the concept, you just write, you just justify based on the understanding to say that this is the best. You know? Alright? You talk about the advantages. You talk all about the advantages. You just justify that this is the best type of the counter trade. You cannot go wrong. Okay? So don't be afraid to say that, sir, I don't know whether this is yes or no. No need to worry. Continue to write. Yeah? Plus, all of you have survived, I don't know how many subjects already. Plus, this is how many subjects you all have? What group is this? I also do not know. I'm sure this is not the first assignment. Maybe this is the second and third already. Plus, you have survived so many.
Majority here are 70, and this is our last assignment. Next is a project.
Some of you is the last, and then after that going for project already. You see, class? You have survived all of it. This one, don't tell me this one cannot survive. Sure can survive.
We are honored to say that you were our first lecturer for marketing management, and you were the last for international marketing management.
Oh, really? Then you have to do a good closing.
It's our blessing. It's our blessing.
Yeah, it's our blessing. Okay. Yeah. All right. I really hope. Plus, you all have done. Oh, this is group 70. Okay. All right. Oh, some of you are group 71.
70, 71 mixed.
71 also.
Oh, 70, 71. Oh, good number.
Yes.
Good number.
70, 71 mixed when we had our financial analysis management FAM subject. That's where we joined to.
Oh, okay. Wow, the force joining until today. So this is most of it already. You see, class, you have survived so many. This one cannot go wrong one. Yeah, so you just continue to write. Don't worry. Just continue to write. Just make sure that you believe in what you write. Sure can pass, and sure can get good marks also. Okay, all right. So don't think that this one very tough lah. No need. Just continue to write. Yeah. Okay. Wow, very positive for me. Okay, next one then. So, ID also. Thank you, Shami. Yeah. So you all see me so many times already. Yeah. So they incorporate a real distinction from barter because the transaction involved, yes, either credit or money. That's why, class, counter trade itself doesn't mean that it's only product. Yeah, we never say counter trade is only product or services. It can involve money, it can involve credit. Right? So barter describes the least complex and consider one of the oldest forms of bilateral non-monetary counter trade. Yeah? If you choose to say that, yeah, I want to go straight barter, go ahead. Yeah? Simple barter, a direct exchange of goods and services between two parties. Very straightforward. Although no money is involved, both partners construct and approximate what we call shadow price for product flowing in each direction. Value must be the same. Okay? There must be some equal value. Okay, example. One of the highest profile companies involved in barter trade, Pepsi, which has done business in Soviet and post-Soviet market for decades. Pepsi is still doing that. Yeah? Kumar also send, plus even services in exchange with product. Can or not? Can. Cuba sent doctors to Venezuela in exchange of oil. Wow. Plus, any one of you doctors very good. Or pilot or whoever. Send you there. In return, they give something. Other countries paid for oil with bananas or even sugar. Yeah? This one is very straightforward barter system. Yeah? Now, so that is on barter. Now, how about we talk about counter purchase? Is counter purchase counter trade? Yes. Counter purchase form of counter trade, or sometimes they call it a parallel trading or parallel barter, is distinguished from other form of counter trade in that each delivery in an exchange is paid for in cash. Some of you be thinking like, We talk about counter trade. How come this one got cash? Yeah, there is. Rockville International sold a printing press to Zimbabwe for 8 million. The deal went through. However, only after Rockville agreed to purchase 8 million of ferrochrome from Zimbabwe, which is subsequently sold on the world market. Okay, you see, I sell you this product, but in return, you also agree to buy from me something. And with the things that I buy, I sell it to the market, and I get money out of it. Okay? Alright, that's why money is involved. Yeah? Although no money is involved in both parts construct. Now, the money comes into like I just purchased only. Yeah? Both parties construct an approximate what we call shadow price. It means that it is there is certain agreement for the product flowing in each direction. Same values. Yeah? The most counter purchase transaction, two separate contracts are eventually signed. One contract, supplier agree to sell product for a cash settlement where the original sales contract. On the other, the supplier agree to purchase the market unrelated product from the buyer, a separate parallel contract. So that's why class over here, when we say sell, when we say sell over here, sell product in the cash settlement. So it means that there is a understanding of the value. So the dollar value of the counter purchase generally represent a set of percentage, and sometimes the full value of the product sold to the foreign principal. So there's a good dollar values there. Okay, so that is on the counter purchase there. So far, any questions so far? Yeah. Alright, let me see here. Can we say that normal sales with cash is also a form of counter trade? Need more details on that, Farah. I'm not too sure. I mean, you can't say a normal sales. Cash is also a form of counter trade. There must be some agreement involved. Alright. Okay, the next one.
Doctor, I got a question. Recently Tesla, reversed their decision to accept vehicle purchases by Bitcoin. But initially they accept Bitcoin as a mode of, getting the vehicle. So can that be considered as counter trading? But this is, involving the end user.
Yeah, this one is on the end user. I can't say that one is considered counter trade. No, I don't think that one we can't consider it as counter trade, because Bitcoin is considered more like within a value, because this one is by end customers, you see. So I don't consider that as a counter trade.
Okay, thanks, Doctor.
Okay, all right. Okay,
also,
the next
question,
one.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's say the country that I'm going to enter and say they want a butter, so I'm using butter, and they want to say use Bitcoin, digital currency. Can we talk about how volatile or the advantages and disadvantages of the product itself that we're going to barter?
It means that you are using Bitcoin to purchase it, or what?
Yeah, so going to exchange with Bitcoin with the product that my company is going to sell, or exchange with the other company. Can we talk about advantage and disadvantage of the particular product that I'm going to get in return?
No, I don't think so, because that one, you say in exchange means that you are still sacrificing your. I mean, you're still like paying like value of money. No, as long as just paying for value for money, we can't say. But if let's say example, partially, yes, that one we can say, because just now you remember I mentioned, all right, it can be from a credit term or it can be partially. It means that you take something, but maybe there is some, then I can actually buy from you too. Yeah. Later on, you can see that there are also different types, whereby they still apply cash into it. Then is it okay?
Yep. Thanks, Doctor.
I'll explain some of the concept then. Yeah. All right. No problem. Okay. Let me just complete off this one. All right. Then we will take a break and so on. Then yeah. Now the next part here we talk about offset. Okay. Now what do you mean by offset here? Offset is a reciprocal agreement whereby the government in the importing countries seek to recover large sum of hard currency spent on expensive purchase, such as military aircraft or telecommunication system. Yeah. So in effect, the government is saying, if you want us to spend government money on your export, okay, if you want us to spend government money on your export, you must also import products from our country. So it means that you want us to pay, but you also must buy something from us. Okay? Alright? So I buy something from you buy something from me. Yeah? Okay? If there is understanding of this agreement, offset is possible. Yeah? Alright? Just by one party like that, we can't. Yeah? If there's an agreement like that, yes. So therefore, over here, offset agreement may also involve cooperation. Okay? Not only government, cooperation. In manufacturing especially. Some form of technology transfer. Okay? I buy something from you, but there must be some technology transfers coming in. Number one. Look into it, class. Now, I already start to open up from a company point of view already then. Yeah? Can it also be placing subcontractor locally? Okay? Having their subcontractor, alright, in your country. Arranging local assembly. Class, there is many class, any one of you can probably give me example, local assemble. Got it or not? Do they have? I think there's a lot of local assemble. Or eventually manufacturing equal to a certain percentage of a contract value. So many. Class, this is good enough for you all to explore so many organizations that can go into that. Yeah? I see some questions here. What are the difference between part? If you look into offset just now, right? Offset has some what they call cash value into it. Yeah. Alright. Okay, you buy something from me, I buy something from you then. Yeah. Alright, barter, nothing. Just by product there. Okay? Alright. Okay, right. Okay, so class, basically these are some of the things that we can look into. All right. So you may take note. All right. This is mean of like that. Okay. Now, so for example, we can look into cases. Lockheed Martin Corporation sold F-16 fighters to United Arab for 6.4 billion. In return, they agreed to invest 160 million in the petrol-related UAE offset group then. Alright? So there is this type of government or even organization that is involved to do this kind of what you call trade, counter trade. Alright? So offset may be distinguished from counter purchase because the latter is characterized by smaller deal over shorter period of time. Yeah. So the main difference would be maybe the deal will be considered maybe slightly smaller or shorter period of time then. So the Chinese government required Boeing to spend 20 to 30% of the price of each aircraft or purchases of Chinese product goods. Yeah. So I buy, but you have to buy something from me. Yeah. Okay, so that is on offset. Yeah, that's on offset, counter purchase, and even barter. Yeah. All right, and class, maybe we can have a break now. Maybe 2:45. You'll come back again. We will continue from here. Okay. All right. Okay. So class, we have a break now. So 2:45. I see you all there. Okay. All right. Any one of you, if you are not sure and all this, you can actually let me know. Yeah. So I see whether how I'm going to help you all. This. Yeah. So I'll see you at 2:45. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Right. I'll see you. Okay.
So thank you. See you later.
Thank you, Doctor.
Right.